Welcome back to Windsor Chronicles, your deep dive into the stories, symbolism, and shifting sands of the modern monarchy. I'm your host, and tonight we're travelling not to Buckingham Palace or Balmoral, but to Toronto, where Prince Harry has just wrapped up a remarkable 48-hour visit that's got Britain's press clutching its pearls. They're calling it a half-in royal comeback via the back door. But what really happened in Canada? Was this a quiet act of service, or a subtle message to the palace? Toronto isn't just another city on the Duke of Sussex's itinerary. It's a place stitched into his story. Here, almost a decade ago, Harry launched the Invictus Games, the global event that reshaped how the world saw wounded veterans. Here too, in 2017, he and Meghan Markle first appeared together in public, a turning point in royal history. Now, in November 2025, Harry's back, older, freer, and more focused than ever. His trip was brief but meaningful. Meetings with veterans, visits to military recovery programs, and finally, the True Patriot Love Foundation's National Tribute Dinner, where he delivered the keynote speech. What stood out wasn't the glamour, but the absence of spectacle. No rolling camera crews, no London correspondents, only one photographer, hired by the charity itself, documenting the Duke's quiet mission. Back in Britain, however, silence never lasts long. Enter the Telegraph, which ran with the headline, "Prince Harry was a half-in royal in Toronto, albeit via the back door." To royal watchers, those words carry weight. Ever since Harry and Meghan stepped down in 2020, the palace has insisted on one rule: you can't be half royal. You're either in or out. But what does half in really mean? If supporting veterans, donating to disaster relief, and representing charities abroad now counts as half royal, then the monarchy's definition of service has become remarkably narrow. Sources told the Telegraph that this visit was a marker in the sand, Harry's way of proving his value and maturity without the palace machinery. Gone are the memoir headlines and Netflix docudramas. This was the image of a statesman, not a rebel. And the symbolism was rich. Toronto isn't just any Commonwealth city. It's a reflection of what Harry once proposed, a Commonwealth-based global model of service. Was this trip a plea for recognition, a subtle message to his father? See how useful I can be. Or was it simply a continuation of who he's always been, a soldier serving outside the fortress walls? Commentators also couldn't resist drawing contrasts between Harry and Meghan. The Duchess is busy building her lifestyle and media ventures in California, while Harry, it seems, is rediscovering the comfort of military camaraderie. But here's what the tabloids miss. This isn't divergence, it's diversification. They're each pursuing impact in their own arenas. For Harry, it's philanthropy rooted in service. For Meghan, empowerment through enterprise. Different missions, shared purpose. The palace may have banned him from representing them, but Harry hasn't stopped representing values. At the dinner, he reminded guests that service doesn't need royal permission. And that's precisely what unsettles the establishment. While in Toronto, Harry reportedly made a six-figure donation to help communities in Jamaica recover from Hurricane Melissa, echoing his earlier $1.1 million gift to children in need in Nottingham. These gestures form a pattern, a self-funded global brand of service, operating with freedom but guided by duty. It's philanthropy, not politics. Purpose, not protocol. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, the royal workforce is thinning. Prince Andrew is gone. Princess Anne can't carry the load alone. And the king, though determined, remains in fragile health. Would Charles ever bring his younger son back to help? Unlikely. Would William? Even less so. And yet, as Harry continues to appear on international stages, the irony deepens. The monarchy's most natural communicator is the one operating without its crown. Royal correspondents are still clinging to an outdated equation: charity work, royal work. It's why every Sussex initiative is misread as a comeback bid. But the truth is simpler. The Sussexes are showing the world that royal visibility isn't required for meaningful impact. Their half-in model isn't rebellion, its evolution, a template for modern relevance, free from palace bureaucracy. So what happens next? Expect more of these focused independent visits, blending advocacy, philanthropy, and storytelling. If anything, Harry has built a post-monarchical brand of leadership, disciplined, apolitical, and deeply personal. Each speech, each donation, each handshake with a veteran adds a new layer to his identity, not as a prince, but as a practitioner of purpose. As the cameras fade and the critics speculate, one thing is clear. Prince Harry is no longer asking for permission to serve. In Toronto, he didn't sneak through a back door. He walked confidently through one of his own making. Because in the end, service, real service, isn't about titles. It's about action. And maybe that's what the monarchy has yet to understand. You've been listening to Windsor Chronicles. If you enjoyed today's deep dive, remember to subscribe, share, and join us next time as we explore the moments that continue to redefine royalty in the modern world.